Good morning, David Snyder here. It is the 30th day of April, 2016. Okay, so here's the weather that's not showing over Japan and the Marianas Trench from south to north. It's been missing for, it's always off and on. I just wanted to point this out to somebody that was asking about it, and there you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Sometimes it'll show weather across this strip here, but if there's something that they don't want you to see, they will shut it right off. They shut it down. So that's what I'm talking about there. And then the other one here is this one here on Wonder Maps. So we go to Wonder Maps. Oh, Wonder Maps. Wonder Maps. And you see how everything else is brightly colorful and everything like that, and you see these lines that come through, and how everything changes at those lines. Well, you get over here, and right here where Japan is, you see these clouds may be here in this weather, but you don't get any color or any of this. You know that the weather doesn't just cut off right here and change into clear, basically clear skies. There should be color here too, but that color would show some, interesting patterns all the time, like it used to show all the time. This has been like this for about, I don't know, since the beginning of the year. They shut this off right at the beginning of the year, or right before it or something. It's been off for a while. You see there's color here, there's a little bit of color here, but it's nothing like it should be. I mean, I've been doing this for a few years now with this Wonder Maps, or at least almost probably going on 3 years with the Wonder Maps, and this used to show really, really good patterns. I got a lot of patterns that I've saved from this area, but they don't show it anymore, not any longer. It's been off every day, all day, 24/7 off. This does not show what it's supposed to show. I just thought I would point that out. And this right here is, interesting. Very interesting. Just go to view work and check that again. With the perfect Mo overlay. I mean, it's pretty close to it anyway. Pretty close to perfect, I think. Pretty close. Right here. Let's just take a look at the weather. Weather will always fit. Always fit. This crater. Because it's set in the proper location over the Earth. At that size, it shows the weather will always fit this backwards picture of the moon that I have overlaid over North America, the United States. The weather will always fit it. It don't matter what weather there is there, the weather will fit it. Okay, so that's there, and I'm going to go back over, I'm going to show you this other one that I just passed by a minute ago. And, possible reason why they don't show the Japanese weather, I guess. Come on now. Let's take a second. This is basically a perfect alignment of this crater over this here. Let me turn the weather off first. Check that. So you got Mare Oriental Basin flipped over backwards. It's a NASA image or drawing or whatever of Mare Oriental Basin, and I have it overlaid inside the circle right here, which is basically the Orient, right? This is basically the Orient right here. And Japan barely gets in there, barely squeezes into there. There's part of it, but there you go. And this one here, everything it just is a nice overlay. It fits very good. Backwards, flipped over image of the moon at that size. It's always at this size. Now, everywhere I have it overlaid, if it's perfect, it's at this size. So I mean, if you want to believe the moon is small, you can't go by. I mean, they're contradicting. Their images contradict their supposed facts. Totally contradict that every day, all day long. I mean, this is a perfect overlay of this crater over this right here, which would mean that this crater right here is actually 3,200 miles in diameter, which is the same as this, and the same as the Arctic Circle, which is basically the same size, 3,200 miles in diameter from here to here. So that's the same size exactly as this circle here that's in Asia. That same size, this circle. As you can see, it's a perfect circle. And then you got this is like, this is a circle, right, with the deepest place on Earth right in the middle of it. It's hard to say. I think they're like, this is a layer that's moving off this layer or something. It's hard to figure that out, but you know, it's something like that. Or it could be two separate ones. There's more than one. This whole Pacific area right here is just completely lunar, backwards lunar surface patterns all day long in the weather, every day. Over here, and in Japan, and over here, and everywhere. The whole planet, every weather pattern. I don't care which one you want to pick. You can pick any one you want, any one of these you want, and they will fit the lunar surface. If you flip the lunar surface over, and they will fit. The weather patterns come from that. They are shaped by the Earth is shaped by the lunar surface patterns, or the other way around. Whichever way you like to look at it, it's up to you. But that's the case. This right here is, you know, this will show on the moon, and the claw print of mistakes, basically. I don't know why. See, I just want to know why they call it of mistakes. I know what the claw print is. This is the claw print right here. This is a claw print, and this is a claw print. And you can see there's a claw print in here, and there's claw prints all over the place. I mean, they are all over the place. There's more than one in here, too. You can see there's like one here, and there's one here. There's like one right there. See that? So this area of the continent was obviously drifting over the spot that creates this desert, or, you know, something like that. That's what it seems like, anyways. So if you overlay this right here, this desert, into the middle of the Sea of Japan, you get some interesting things. Like you get let me show you that the overlay I did. I'll show you. I don't know if I pointed this out. I made a couple videos thinking I pointed this out, but I don't know if they ever made it up. I don't know if I ever mentioned it in the video or not. Can't remember. So here you go. This is overlaid over Japan. And you can see the Sea of Japan basically it was a volcano. Right there, you can see the center. That was a volcano that sunk or whatever, and then there you go. I mean, everything lines up so absolutely perfect in this. You see the borders follow this right here. And an interesting part here is, I think, the most interesting part of this is that volcano that erupted during the earthquakes down here in Japan. Okay, just recently. Okay, that's Mount Aso. Or Aso, or whatever you want to call it. I don't like to say it Aso because it sounds like asshole, but Aso, so I say Aso. I guess it's the same either way, huh? But anyways, that is K2 in this location in China, or not China, but you know what I mean. Is what is it? Not Afghanistan, but some other one of those places. But anyways, that's K2 in the exact same place where that volcano of Mount Aso is active right now, which is actually one of the largest active volcanoes on the planet. Currently active, I should say. One of the largest. Not the largest, but one of them. One of the largest. And you see that's a beautiful fit there, showing that the volcano hotspot creates this desert, and is now probably still building Japan with all the activity of volcanoes and earthquakes that they have there. And I imagine the weather would show. I know the weather shows all this. I mean, that's why they don't show us the weather anymore. I mean, clearly the weather's not there. Hasn't been there. I mean, it was there yesterday for a short time, but then it was off all the rest of the. It's been off, you know, since then. You know, who knows when it'll come back on? I mean, we can go and see what they're hiding. If we go to a different weather place, like. Oh shoot! I gotta go to AccuWeather or something like that. Or I just I gotta scroll all the way down. I go here, this is the only one that gives you the look at, see how everything else is not colorful in this map of the weather, but just this strip is the only one that, the one that's missing from the other ones is the only part that's color in this one. So I thought that, that's pretty interesting that that's the case. But here you go. Here's the weather over Japan, near Japan right now, that we don't get to see in the other ones or on Google Earth. See, there's actually weather here that we don't get to see. Right here. I mean, they show nothing, in the other ones. Even on the Wonder Map one, I don't think they're showing anything. Oh, a little bit of, look at that. See that? Just that little bit of light clouds, just like nothing, basically. Some overcast. And you see the spiral, how there's no color to it. Well, if we go here, we get to see it in action even. And this is, a little more serious looking than it looks over in the other picture, for sure. But you get some seriously interesting moon patterns out of this one. Look at, there's Moscovians right there. Hold on, watch it turn. There it is, right there. Stop. Oh, shoot. You see it. Right here, and the ball right here. There's the ball. Then you see the angle, and it goes across the top right there. I can see it. Because this is the eye, the all-seeing eye, the eye of Horus as well. This will show that pattern beautifully at times. Very nice. I've got videos on my channel that show that, with the overlay of Mare Moscovians and the eye of Horus, and this is a Moscovians pattern right here, which is really shows itself all the time over here in the Pacific. And we don't get to see this either in the other one, so we could probably like stop this, connect this weather to this weather where it cuts off right here. See how it cuts off? So we get to see that right there. See that? Okay, so that's probably enough for now. I got to get the day started here. It's a nice day out. Got to get ready to do something anyway. All right, everybody, have a great day.